Yo, what's good, guys? It's Austin here, or Luna. So today's story time is quite the interesting one, in my opinion. Got a real interesting one for you guys today. I hope you enjoy it. It's about a family that I met a while back. Not really a whole family, but a little kid and his mom, who were definitely two people that I will never forget in my entire life. So, yeah, I hope you enjoy the story time, and let's jump right into it. So this story time takes place like a couple weeks ago, okay? Very recent story time. It's been a while since I've told a recent story. All starts off as a normal day. I'm sitting in my room, and one of my friends hits me up. Let's just call this friend Sam, okay? Sam hits me up. He's like, yo, what's up, dude? I'm like, what's up, man? How you doing? He's like, good. You up to anything right now? I'm like, no, why? He goes, I'm going to call you. So he FaceTimes me a second later, and he's like, yo, you want to kick it today? Now, due to the pandemic and stuff, I haven't really been hanging out with too many people, but I know that Sam's been kind of just stuck inside all the time, so I assume he's a safe bet to hang out. So I'm like, yeah, man, let's hang out. So he comes over, and we're just chilling at my house. I'm working on a video, just finishing some stuff up. And he's like, yo, after you're done with your video, do you want to go skate? I was like, yeah, man, why not? So after I finish up my video, me and Sam go downstairs. We grab two boards out of my garage, and we start skating down the street. And it was a really nice day out, okay? Where I live, it's been real cold lately. So the last couple of weeks, it's been warming up. So we were enjoying the nice weather. And we went down this trail. It was a pretty long, steep trail where a lot of people wouldn't go every day. So I thought it would be like any other day where we went down it and no one would be there, but I was totally wrong. When we turned onto it and started skating down it, there was this little kid just by himself in the middle of the trail, walking on his phone. And this kid wasn't like a toddler by any means, but he was probably like 12 or 13 years old. But he was on his phone, and he had a new iPhone. He had a newer iPhone than I did. Kid was making me feel like a peasant. But right as we're skating by him, right, just passing by, he looks at me, and he goes, pussy. And I stop, because I'm just, completely shocked, right? I did not expect this kid to say anything to me, let alone that word. So I stop, because I didn't think that that's what he said. I thought my ears, deceived me. So I stop on my board, and I look at him, and we look at each other, and I'm like, yo, what'd you just say? He's like, pussy. And me and my friend just look at each other in disbelief. And I look back at this kid, and I'm like, why are you saying that, man? He goes, because you are one. You're on a skateboard. I'm like, so what? He goes, real men ride ATVs and dirt bikes. Now listen, dirt bikes and ATVs, they're dope, don't get me wrong. Nothing wrong with those. I used to be obsessed with motocross as a kid. But you cannot be walking the streets by yourself at any age, just yelling at people calling them pussies. That's not a good idea. So I just kind of brush it off, and I'm like, all right, man, we'll have a good one. And he goes, yeah, whatever, pussy. And I'm just still in shock. I'm like, dude, what is happening? And me and my friend decide to just skateboard away because we're not going to stand there and argue with a 12-year-old kid. We could care less. It's just a kid. He doesn't know any better. So as I put my board down and we're about to skateboard away, the kid goes, oh, you're running away, huh? And I ignore him because, like I said, it's a kid. He doesn't know any better. And as me and my friend are skating away, I hear this kid yell behind me, don't come back here or we're going to fight. And I just start dying laughing because this kid hated me. I have no idea why, but something about me skateboarding down this trail with my friend made him very upset with me. So we skateboard away, right? And we're just skating down a different street now. Me and my friend were still in shock that that happened. We were just in disbelief. And then as we're skating down another street, 20 minutes later, this minivan pulls up to me, really beat down, real messed up minivan, super old. And the window rolls down, and it's that kid in the passenger seat staring at us. And his mom's in the driver's seat staring at us as well. And this lady, let me tell you, okay, I don't judge people's appearances. I don't, usually. But this lady looked like a cast member from the Trailer Park Boys, okay, identical. And after she rolled the window down and stared at us for a second, she goes, are you the two that were bothering my son? And I'm like, no, your son was bothering us, so we skated away from him. And after I say this, she looks pissed. She puts the car in park, and she gets out of her car and walks up to me and my friend and goes, if I catch any of you two bothering my son ever again, I'm gonna beat the shit out of both of y'all. And she gets right up in my face, and my friend gets right between us and goes, lady, please get back in your car, drive away. And she goes, who the fuck are you? You want some of this? And she gets up in his face. And he goes, trust me, ma'am, I want none of you. Please walk away right now. And my jaw just dropped. I knew when he said that she was going to get so mad. And I was correct. She pushed him back. Then she started chasing him, full on running after him, trying to swing on him, trying to fight him. And then when he was too quick for her and outran her, she gave up on chasing him and then turned around, looked at me, and like locked onto me like I was a target and starts running after me full speed. And I'm just standing there, standing completely still, and she's full speed running at me. And it's like I was about to get hit by a car. Like, she was running and I was just dead still like a deer in the headlights. And right as she gets like 2 or 3 feet away from me, she goes to dive tackle me, and I just quickly move out of the way to the side, like I sidestep, and she completely just face plants in the grass and goes, "Fuck, you guys assaulted me." And I was like, what the fuck are you talking about? Nobody assaulted you. You tried to assault me and my friend, failed, and then assaulted yourself. Like, just get up and leave before I call the police. And she goes, "No, I'm gonna call the police. You assaulted me." I was like, do you know what assault means? Because it's not you hurting yourself. And she gets up, just looking all disoriented. She spits on the ground, gives me a death look, and goes, "Don't ever let me see you near me or my son ever again." And I'm like, you have my word, I won't come near you ever. And she goes, "Good." And she turns around, throws my friend the middle finger, and then walks back to her minivan, just in a very angry, bad mood. And the entire time, her son just looked out the window with the window rolled down, watching the entire thing, and said nothing. Like, nothing whatsoever. So anyway, yeah, she walks back to her minivan, gets in, drives away super quickly, and my friend walks over to me and goes, "Yo, I don't know what it is, but when I hang out with you, the most unbelievable shit happens ever." I'm like, "Yeah, man, that tends to happen when people hang out with me. I don't know why." He goes, "Yeah, anyway, let's get the fuck out of here." I'm like, "I agree." And me and him skateboard away from that area as fast as we can because we were scared if we stayed there any longer, that lady was going to come back with the rest of 8 Mile and start beating our ass, okay? We weren't trying to stay there any longer. So yeah, we got out of there real quick, went back to my house, kind of just chilled for a little bit, like winded down, you know, just talked about what just happened like it was a fever dream. And yeah, we were both fine. My friend didn't get hurt. I didn't get hurt. I don't think that lady got hurt either, which is good. Although, if I would have stood still and let that lady dive tackle me, your boy definitely would have gotten hurt. Definitely. I swear, like, if the NFL is watching this, hit me up. I'll try and find that lady for you because she could definitely be a fucking football player. But yeah, guys, in the end, everything was all good. Me and my friend were fine. She was fine. And that was pretty much it. Moral of this story is, when you grow up, if you have a son or a daughter, don't be like this lady. Don't go around trying to dive tackle people that you don't like. Actually, just don't do that in general. That's not a good thing to do in general. But yeah, guys, I hope you enjoyed this story time and found it to be crazy. I thought it was a good one. So if you enjoyed it, please leave a like on the video. I would really appreciate it. Feel free to leave your story times in the comments down below. And subscribe if you're new. I'll see you all later. Peace.
Butterfly in the doors, make them all go. 30K in my face, I still don't show. You talking down when you looking up and I'm like, what's up? You talking down when you looking up and I'm like, what's up? They leave me out for the dead and now they know that